Hello, this is the course of Introduction to Data Science. And in this video, I would like to explain about the Pandas data structure. We already learned how to extract the CSV file and we create the column, something like this one to describe the data. And now we're going to learn more things. In particular for the pandas, there are two kind of data structures, series and data frame. So here I show you one figure in the e-class. I also give you figures. Okay, so the figures here you can just get from the I put the files in the figures folder, okay, and you need to specify the name. So the name here is the same with this one, okay, and you need to mention the file name and this one in the folder figures. Okay, so you need to define this folder figures. As I mentioned in the previous video as well, it will be better to put the separated files in the separated folders, because I know that this is a file of JPEG or a file of image, so I put one more folders related only to figures. Okay, so you can see here series is one-dimensional data, and if you are dealing with the data frame, it means multi-dimensional data. So series of apples plus series of oranges, it will create a new data frame, and there are two columns with these apples and oranges. So the series is one-dimensional, and it is an array that can hold any data type, and it has a label axis referred to as index. Also similar with NumPy, a series has differences from NumPy array. So now let's see. I know from the data, okay, the data. Now I want to get only the column caret. You know, the in the first section of this course, you learn how to get the data based on the index. Now I want to call the attribute name. So when I call this attribute name, actually, I would like to know the caret only. Okay, so I want to put the data caret into the variable first, and I would like to see the first 5 data. So this is the first 5 data. Okay, and let's see if I want to show all. Okay, so you can just show all first, like this one. But okay, it's too long. Okay, so it means all the data in the column caret, it will be in one variable, which is first. Okay, so you can see the length is 53,940, and then the data type is float. Now I would like to choose only the particular data. Okay, I can see this one 53935. I would like to choose only the particular index, so this result is the value 0.72. So we can see this one as a dictionary. The first column, the index, is the key, and the second column, it is the value. But I think you need to distinguish. Key is not the same with index, because in the key you cannot have unique values, but this index, it can be repeated. Okay. And now I would like to know if I want to use only 1,000 data. So in some cases, your data might be very huge, and because of the big data, you will not be able to use your data in the Python. Okay? So you need to register the data. For example, Okay, among 50,000, I want to take only 1,000. So you can just use the same idea with what we learned before. So this is the data that I want to take from index 0 until 999. Okay, and there will be 1,000 data. So if I want to print, yeah, it's the same actually. But if I want to see the shape, okay, what is the shape? You still remember the number of rows and the number of columns. And because we only have one column, so the information is not available, but we have 1,000 rows. Or for example, I want to cut again. Okay, I don't want to use all, but I want to use only 500. Then you can specify the range in this in the square bracket. So I know that I would like to take the first, I would like to take the data from the variable first and just find the index 500 until 1,000. Okay? And then put it into the variable take 500. So you can see, okay, there are only 500 data, and you can use this one. For example, yeah, if you want to use partial data to the, yeah, maybe you want to get the analysis only from the 500 data, that is possible. If you are doing with the series, it means there will be functions. So the function we call as aggregation function is similar with what you learn in NumPy, but because we are using the pandas, yeah, the series or this kind of array has their own function name. Some of them are the same, but some of them are different for the results. So we have the count, it means we need to count the number of elements, mean to calculate the average, sum, cumulative sum, cumulative product, cumulative mean, and so on. Okay? And we have also the like operator, like non-zero. So I want to find non-zero element, and NE is not equal. EQ equal ABS absolute GE greater than or equal to minimum maximum. Okay. So I cannot explain all the contents, but I will selectively choose the important content for you. Let's say I want to sum. What is sum? Sum means I want to compute the sum of the elements. So the element from 1,000 data, I would like to sum it. So the total is 689. Okay. You can also use the other kind of aggregation function by just selecting the column, for example. So I want to select the caret, and then I want to know the mean of the caret. Yeah, this is the manual way, but of course you can have the describe, and yeah, the using the describe you can easily get the basic statistic information. In the data frame, actually it stores the data in the tabular format, okay, with integrated indexing. So if you have the series is only one single column or one dimensional data. When you use the data frame, it means it is more than one column. Okay. So each column has column name and each row has row index. So it's important. Okay. If you have the row index, then you can have a data frame, but yeah, you need to still remember that the number of attributes should be more than one in order to use the data frame function. Now, let's suppose I have two data. First is the caret and the second is the price. So it means there are two columns, okay? And I want to check the head, this one. Oh, this is the first. Okay, what about the second? Okay, this is the second. Now you can see that those two files are the same. Yeah, first and second are the same. So I would like to concatenate. Okay, to Do you still remember what is concatenate? So the concatenate, it means I want to combine two data into one data frame. So I do not want to use first and I do not want to use second, but I have a combine. Okay? So what is the combine? Here we can just use the data frame. Okay? So the data frame is a function in the pandas, and once you specify the data frame like this one, you can include the variables that you want to make, or you want to create a new data, because the first is only a series and second is only a series. Okay, now if I go ahead, oops, something wrong. What is it? So this is the carat as a column and price, oh, as the index. Oh, interesting. Why? Yeah, you have the wrong way to express this kind of mechanism to get the data frame. So what is the correct one? So with this format, actually, you want to use the first, okay, the first as the series and the second as the index. Okay, so be careful with this one. In order to put those two columns in the same data frame, then yeah, you need to specify like a dictionary. So carat equals to first. So the key of carat is first, and the key is price, have the value for the second. So here, what is second? So this is the second, and then the carat is the first. So where is the first? This one. Okay. So if I run, yes, this one. Now it's correct. Okay, we have two columns. So the two columns, they are carat and price, and the index is starting from 0. Okay. The example was related to the continuous data, okay, numbers. So you can get the mean, you can get the summation. But how if you are handling the categorical data? In the categorical data, we have another way to analyze. But for this introduction, I just give you very brief one. I think in the later section, I will teach you more about the categorical data. Let's suppose based on the data, you know that we can just do the analysis for the categorical data, include NP object. So this is the result. Okay, I think you already saw it before. Now, if I want to transpose, okay, what does it mean by transpose? You know, matrix transpose. Okay, so if it is a matrix, now you want to transpose it. So you shift the direction, and now we can have this direction. Now you can see that the data described, the column is still in the column, okay, in the column wise. However, when you transpose, so it has been removed. The cut color clarity, which is the column, is now on the left, and the count unique top frequent, now it is the column. Okay, so using this one, actually we can easily understand. Yeah, maybe yeah, the result of the frequency is not there will be no big gap between the unique elements in the cut, and there's unique element in the color and unique element in the clarity. In order to check that one, so we can just do the function value counts. So the value count means I want to know how many or how frequent that categorical data in your data frame. So we run this one, and then you can see the ideal is 21,551. Is it the same? Yeah. Is it the same? Yes, it's the same. Okay. So that's why using the value counts, it will give you the list of the data, and the top one will be in this top. Okay, now we enter a new chapter which is challenging. It is about the index. So when you are doing with the index, it means you can have several definition about the index. So for this course, I think I will just focus on log and ilog. Okay, so, and you can learn the ix by yourself. It is related with slicing and indexing. Okay. It is the kind of confusion actually if we are using the slicing and indexing. But now we just say like, okay, we want to learn about the log and ilog. If I have the first data, okay, and if you still remember the take 1000, it is the data for 1000 rows. And now I want to reduce again. So I want to know only the row 1 until 3. So it is 1 until 3. 3, you know that if we put 3, then the value actually should be n minus 1. How about if I use the data? In the take 1000, actually it is the, yeah, it is already the series, and it has only one column or one dimension. But if I want to put more things, okay, so it is based on the data, I would like to know the data number 1 and number 2, okay, because we have 1 and 3. So that's the reason. Yep, only 2 data appears. Okay, so you can just give the numbers inside of the square bracket. What about if I want to check the difference between LOC and ILOC? In the LOC log, so the parameter here 1, 2, 3, yeah, it gives you the 1, 2, 3. However, if I use ILOC 1, 2, 3, then it just gives you 1 and 2. Okay, so I think it's not clear yet about the definition of log and ilog, but let's continue. I want to know the index. Okay. Where is it? Oh, okay. I guess I need to run this. Okay, I need to run this. Yeah, and then I need to get the index again. Okay, the index is still the same. Now I want to change. Yeah, I just want to change if the column, now the data has index according to the numbers. Okay, the numbers is a sequence from 0 until 53,000. Now if I want to set the index into price, yeah, okay, just for example, it seems a little bit awkward, but okay, let's see. Yeah. I want to set the index price in the value of data. Okay, it is true. So in place true means I want to replace over all the data. Now you can see the index is changing to number like 3 to 6, 3 to 6, 3 to 7. Okay, some values are redundant. Okay, so when you are doing with the unique value or the index, it will be very good if you have a unique or not duplicated values. Okay. Yeah, this is only for the sake of the example, so you don't need to worry. Now we have the, oh, we have 9 column. Why? Why? Yeah, this is because we already removed the column price. So the price now becomes the index, and we have a remaining value of the column, which is 9, and yeah, still we have 53 rows, 53,000 rows. Okay, now if I want to just practice, okay, now I have head, and in the head I can have like Okay, now this index has been changed to price, okay? And then the remaining attributes are the same. Now, if you want to check, let's say, I want to know the data from 1 until 5, okay? Oops, error. Why? Why this error? Because, yes, anybody? Because the price has been changed. You can see the index now is price and the value start from 326. Okay, is there any value of 1? No. Okay, is there any value of 2? No, but the number start from 326. Okay, so how can I call the first data then if I do not know the index? Yeah, the solution is try to use ilog. Okay, I refer to the reference index. Okay, I refer to the Python reference index, and yeah, if I use ilog, okay, this is ilog. Now I want to know the data from 1 until 5. Yes, we can see this is the index 0, index 2, index, yeah, because we have only 1 until 5, so in 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it should be have n minus 1. Now we can learn more if we already have the idea about how to select the column and how to select the row. Now we are using the LOC or locator, okay, and I want to check based on the price data. Okay, so send me the, for example, okay, for example, just send me the data in the line 326. Okay, send me the data with regard to the index 335. Yeah, that's also possible. Okay, so if I want to just data.log, let's say this is 3 to 6. Okay. So there are two data, and those two data have the price 3 to 6. Okay. Now, if I want to have the data 3 to 6 and 335. Okay, so 335. Okay, you can also see this one. Okay, you want to see the 3 to 6, 3 to 6, and 335. Now, if I want to combine with the other kind of table, you may think that, okay, I just want to see the caret and the cut only. So the remaining attributes are not that important at this moment. So you can just call the 3 to 6, 3 to 5, and then put the comma, and then you can call the column name. So here I want to call the caret, and then I want to call the cut. Okay. The remaining columns like color, clarity, depth, table, and so on has been excluded. Okay. And also in the square bracket is very like powerful. Okay, you can use .log with this square bracket in order to check only the data that the cut column equals to ideal. Okay, now I have this one. Yes, we have 21,000 rows. Okay, so it's only for the ideal. By the way, I think I need to check this one. So if you do not use the LOZ, basically it is also working well. Okay, so this condition can be inserted into the square bracket. And you can also have a more complicated. For example, I want to know if the cut equals to ideal, and just choose the column caret cut and color. Now we are using the LOC log. Yeah, this is the result. And if you want to combine, yeah, let's say I want to combine, select all data with the cut equals to ideal. Okay, so it's the cut should be ideal, and then the caret is greater than 0.5. Oh, okay. Then you need to use the, if you still remember the series, there are some aggregation functions. Okay, in that case, then you need to deal with some of the series function, but we can also use only from the basic operators, like equal to indicate whether it is the same between those two position, the left and right. And yeah, we have n operator, so it means both conditions should be correct. Both conditions should be true in order to run, or in order to show the data. So in this case, I want to put the data caret greater than 0.5. Okay, so if the caret is greater than 0.5 and the cut is ideal, so ideal is the best one, then yeah, you can show all the data and then don't choose all the columns, choose just the 3 columns, caret, cut, and color. Okay, I finished with this video about the basic about data and the Pandas library, which is the beginning step. And for next, I will give you one video more yeah, about the Pandas and also some libraries related to the visualization. Okay, thank you for listening. See you.